Welcome back to another episode of Walt On Water. Today we're covering the exterior of my chicken coop now that I have the frame finished. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. It really does make a huge difference. And I'm at 49 subs currently, so one away from 50. And that's a big milestone for me. So thank you again.
Yeah, for the ears.
Oh, well, I don't think we're going to use power tools right now.
How to?
The loud noises. This. Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Scared me.
It's scary.
Scared me, Dad.
Sorry, sweetie. I think we're going to chop our roof panels down to 7 feet to match these, and then we'll put the sides on. So that's pretty much going to be the project for today. So my plan here, it's still a little early for power tools. Kind of chilly too. We'll just take 12 inches off the end of my roof panel. So. Everything. Fair warning, if you're going to attempt this, you know, you're basically creating really sharp edges on everything. So gloves would be handy, but you'd be proud of me for wearing my safety glasses and not just my safety squints. Not like I woke up one day and I decided, you know what, I think I'm gonna post woodworking tips or woodworking at all on YouTube. I've always found this to be relaxing. See that? Okay, see how I have my blade right on the line. And I think I mentioned this already, but you have teeth on the saw. So that's actually where the cut is going to be. So I actually have to adjust this board to compensate for that. Now this one's got a little light that kind of gives me an idea of where that's going to be, which may be kind of hard to see from your vantage point. Zoom in a bit. Yeah, that's better. Kind of just gotta shimmy the board here. It's kind of hard working around a camera here. Shoot. Now we're gonna come over here and rip it. I'm talking too much. Let's do it. Some livestock safe barn paint, which wasn't a bad price at the Home Depot while we were out looking for that switch. And I believe it's water based, so we have to make sure it doesn't freeze. I'm sure there's tons of videos like this, but just to show you the difference in grain. So this is a newer 2x4, and these are the 2x4s that came out of my shower. Kind of pretty. So we did have to buy 4 8-foot 2x4s and 3 sheets of plywood, which was a little spendy, but you know, too blessed to stay stressed. This is a little bit of a departure from the previous video where I'm just stop, talk, time lapse rather than ASMR. So let me know in the comments if you prefer it this way. You got 4 inches of overhang, and I just made this longer because I thought it would be easier to cut, but turns out my circular saw is just a little bit small to actually make it all the way through that cut. I have to bust out the oscillating multi-tool again. Luckily, all you guys have to worry about is hanging out for the time lapse. measurements and just cutting it. Probably because all my cuts are being made on the front of the house and I'm building the coop in the back of the house. So I assumed this would be easier to cut, but it does seem to take a long time. There's an old Japanese proverb, if you're in a hurry, take a long way around. It has to do with a ferry that frequently gets lost. They say if you're in a hurry, don't take the ferry, take the long way around, because at least you'll know it will be consistent. And what we're doing now is measuring our cutout. So I want my rafters here to be flush. I'm basically taking just a speed square, and I took a measurement off the bottom of this guy. Lets me know how far my overhang is. Then I can line that up with the base, make marks for the vertical position. And that means I'll have 2 inches here, 2 inches gone, and they should mate flush when I drop it in place. That's a little more difficult to see, but just trust me on it. It's 14 degrees. At it again. Got frost. Everything's about 34 degrees right now. This is hands down my orneriest chicken. Hands down, no contest. The baby. For some reason, I don't know why, but it's like 9 o'clock. Beautiful out. Sun's kind of poking out through the trees. It's gonna be a good day. I'm kind of cheating, so using this guy that allows me to kind of see without having to take a measurement just how proud that we need to be. See our other side, boom, they match up just about perfect. So these guys are very inexpensive and they'll save you a lot of time. Okay, so this is the board we traced on. We did some fine measurement, or fine tuning I should say. We really, this wasn't measured. It was just traced out and cut. Let's see how close we got. Let's drop it in. Bang. That's pretty close. Pretty close. Sheesh. It's a beautiful thing, finally. Okay. So now we've got our rafters in place. We're gonna put the cross boards on, cross beams. I'm not sure. I'm not a roofer. What can I say? So I already had these boards from my shower remodel because I needed to make like smaller studs for the shower insert. And the first one installed just fine with nails, but I think being out on the end, that board started to split, so I had to find some screws. I think this is getting a little long as far as the video goes, but I found a box of screws that I had from a previous project. Luckily, 3-inch screws. So to avoid any splits, I guess we're gonna drill pilot holes. Get this zipped up after we take a break for breakfast. Okay, now you're getting my view, and you see I have this board. Across its 7-foot run is a little warped, so what I like about these clamps as well is you can switch the clamp side and they act like a push. So on this, see if I can do this one-handed. I can actually push that board out where I need it to rest. So yeah, after some, I mentioned I've never done this before. After some Googling, we do need to move this board back so that we have more overhang on our roof panel. So here we go again, backwards. So we basically line our cut up like so, and then we're gonna, there's more room on this side because the motor's not sticking out, but we basically rock that saw down and then up to make this cut. We have enough overhang and we get to get out the Ogadoga machine. This hardware for the roof panels, and you see it's got a rubber washer on it. So the secret to using these is don't sink it so hard that that rubber washer completely mushrooms. We actually want it to just kind of stay uniform like this. That's how it should look. Also overhead power lines, be careful. Also they're really bright, my goodness. Hi. Right on. Okay, now, as you can see, got enough overhang to stand under it. Now, I'm sure an extra foot out would have been very nice to have, but I cut those panels down to 7 feet, so we kind of got to live with the consequences. Now, we're pretty much going to work on putting the floors in, putting some supports in here because I have nothing yet. And yeah, might take a short break. Seems like the chicken's already checking it out. I have the pieces left over that I cut from the side. I think I'll be able to use these for nesting boxes because I have 2 of them. They're relatively close in size to be able to make a box with as much as scrap pieces as possible. We're not buying anything else, I hope. I thought I would have more plywood left over, but with how big I made the coop, 3 sheets was not quite enough to do the floor. So I got kind of lucky where my neighbor saw some T111 basically on the side of the road he grabbed for me. Normally it's siding, but it does have this painted side on it. So I think we can make the floor with 6 sheets cut down, and I'll have to put supports across the center our floor, but I think this will work just fine. We get to take some measurements for each section, so we'll go ahead and cut those out now. Already. All of the T111, none of it was square, so basically I'm going to jigsaw it together. It holds weight just fine. Made a good little clubhouse, if anything. I left this completely open because I had no idea how I was going to do this. Originally I envisioned one giant door, but I think that's kind of unrealistic. Beautiful. Okay. So now we have our 3 support pieces in, and we went a foot out from our supports on both sides. So that gives us about 32 1/4 to work with. And just for grins and giggles, about 27 1/8. So I think that's fairly large, considering how big of a person I am if I have to get in here and actually clean it. So everything's working out okay. You'll have to tune in next time for the completion video, because I think this is a good stopping point for now. Thank you so much to everybody for sticking around, checking out the video, and just kind of hanging out with me while I do these projects. Each episode has been about 3 hours of footage that I've had to edit down, and also have really need to clean the garage now. So I'll see you next time.